didn't go into Postgres and show you what the type actually looked like, because otherwise I'm just like pulling magic out of my hat, but we'll do that at the end. Important thing I did not cover, which I think this is included in terms of like extending, Postgres functionality to Django, is actually functionality. I didn't talk about full text searches. What I usually do with a full text search is I write out my SQL query, but I encapsulate it in a Python class, and actually that works out pretty well. As long as you don't need to change your query too often, you can at least give it to your developer, and they can use it like any old thing. But with functions and extensions, there's a lot of really cool extensions out there. But in order to support them, you need it's nice to encapsulate it in some way that's easy to use. Postgres and GeoDjango. Actually, I've been looking into GeoDjango a bit for some of my geospatial stuff, which is very limited at this moment. But they've written a lot of extensions for Postgres, so that's actually a good model to look at if you're interested in writing more extensions. I kind of did this as a joke, because I honestly did not know how long this was going to take me. We probably could implement text array right now together, but I know you're all busy, so we could though. It reminds me of academia, but perhaps we'll do it after. But anyway, actually before I conclude, I'm just going to do this slide because I know like my whole talk is going to reset, and that's just such a pain. One of the biggest, as we know, the biggest gripes between ORM users and DBAs is, I want to use this feature, no, but I want you to use this feature, and they're not overlapping, and your ORM is generating SQL that's killing my database, but your database isn't giving me the features that I need to fully take advantage of it. But with things like what Django is doing, it is possible to keep bridging this gap. And that's always been my argument in ORM design, is that a lot of the ORMs are written to work with multiple databases. And I understand that. You want them to be able to fire up a Rails app and work with MySQL or Postgres or Oracle right out of the box. But the problem is when you try to start scaling your software, that doesn't work. Once I start running it on Postgres, I'm not leaving Postgres. I'm going to build up around Postgres. So it gets to the point where I want my ORM functionality to just take advantage as much of Postgres functionality as possible. That's why I chose it. It wasn't just because the database was given to me. It's because I've used it. I know its features. I want to use this. I want to use it to its fullest. So, again, this is very Django specific. This could be applied to other frameworks, but the fact that I can extend it, relatively easily, I don't think, except for like the enumerated type, none of this was really that crazy of a hack. This is like pretty easy to extend. So we can get the best of both worlds, and it's going to take some time. And when it's not always going to be 100%. I'm not going to use my ORM to write heavy analytical queries. Likewise, I don't want to use SQL to write like simple selects where I'm trying to just get one row. So references. This is open source. Please, if you're interested, follow. Let's like add a lot of these extensions and start like nagging people to use them. Maybe even get like a Django contrib library, though I have no idea how to go about doing that. I will be uploading this talk. It's not there yet. I already saw some typos that I want to fix. The model field documentation, that's very important for doing this. There's a lot more to the API there, and again, it's actually useful to go in to see how the Django developers have implemented some of the fields as well. And just to see, I think GeoDjango is really cool, and I just need an excuse to play with it. Actually, I wanted to give a talk on it, but I didn't have enough time or wherewithal. So anyway, this is how you find me. I'm like horrible on Twitter. Like the only time I tweet is during Postgres conferences. It's usually to coordinate where like everyone is. But email, I'm pretty good about answering, and every now and then I'm on IRC with the same exact handle. So before I take questions, I just want to prove something. Where did it go? Hey, segfault. By the way, see, 9.1. This is my local machine, though, so it's OK. All right, so notice we have our integer type. Actually, I just learned this today. No. Yes. Does the book? Hey, it's true. They actually saved them properly. Same thing in intervals. And actually, I didn't show the point type. I'll just demo that real quick. I mean, this actually, the actual location for Giordano's is that, but you know. Done. Easy. All right. So that's about it. Any questions?
Can you use your regular filters for that's what you're trying to do?
Yes.
When it breaks them, you continue to repeat that.
Let's try. Oh, let's see if I can. I know it works for points because I've done that. Hang on. What am I doing wrong? All right. Let's talk after. I know. Well, I know for enumerated types it's worked because I've done that. But yeah, let's talk after. Cool. So anyone interested in helping write some of these? Don't be shy. All right. I mean, I'll just continue publishing them anyway. But here's all the info. So yeah. So no more questions.
Are you going to, if you're putting a package of these together, are you planning on putting it up on PGXN?
Maybe if it's approved.
I think, yeah, I think that's pretty easy to do there as long as it's germane. That's a much more open site than trying to get it into Core.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is where it's living right now. Hey, the internet works. It's awesome. So, I would just execute that from the command line. But could be something worth looking into to see if there's a better way to automate it. But I mean, usually for anything, I'm actually talking tomorrow about Kane and Gist, and like everything I've done with it, I've just done from the command line, just easier, faster.
Is there any better way to convert arrays than parsing strings?
I hope so. That's one of the reasons why I'm open sourcing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm like, you know, if it were Ruby, like I've been doing Ruby for so long that, yeah, I definitely know of better ways to doing it. You know, part of this is my, you know, becoming more familiar with the Python world. But I'm the first to admit to it, like, you know, I'm relatively new to this, it's fine, you know, I'm learning. And one of the best ways to learn is to show your work to other people and have them completely trash it, and it makes you stronger. Cool.
One thing I'd recommend if you would be to break those up more into modular format. Yeah.
Mm. Cool. Thank you.
There's also, I can't think of his last name, but Carl JM is his handle. He has a thing called model utils. You might, where he's got a bunch of different model fields, and you might try pushing those. Although Postgres specific, I'm not sure if it is not. Although I know
Yeah.
it's Postgres.
Last name's Mayer. Carl Mayer.
Okay. Cool. Well, thank you. And if you have any questions or any other comments, questions, you know, you can find me. I'll be at the conference. So, thanks.